Oh, it brought me straight back. Handy, I'm gonna need the rest after this. Professor.
What have we here?
I'm a student at Hogwarts, sir, and this is Professor Fig.
Professor Charles Rookwood at your service. Has someone completed the first trial?
I have, Professor Rookwood.
That's... Professor Fig. Professor Fig. Is that... I've seen you before, Professor Rookwood.
We saw you in the Pensive in Gringotts with Professor Rackham.
Indeed. So, you found the portkey to access Professor Rackham's vault, and you deciphered the map within the locket you found floating above that Pensive.
I did. I found something that I can't identify floating above the last Pensive.
Ah, yes. You will find a similar artifact in each trial. You must take care to keep them safe. You will need them to complete the journey we have set forth for you. Once you have them all, we will tell you what to do with them.
Very well. Are you able to tell me anything about the next trial?
Before you proceed, I would like to speak with Charles regarding the urgent situation involving the goblins.
The goblins?
The student has seen traces of a powerful dark magic being wielded by goblin kind. They and their mentor, Professor Fig, not only encountered goblins lurking outside of San Bakar's tower, they also encountered a powerful goblin in my vault at Gringotts.
I'm afraid it would be wise to halt the trials until we know more.
We shall defer to you in this matter, of course. Now then...
Wait, Professor. The name Rookwood. Do you think...
That there's a connection to Victor? Perhaps, but we can't be sure of its significance, if any. For now, tell me what you saw in the Pensive.
Before the witch from the last Pensive, Isadora, became a Hogwarts professor, she argued with Professor Rackham about using magic to remove pain.
Hopefully the next Pensive provides more context. For now, we should learn what Ramrock knows. I will be honest, I've no idea where to start.
Actually, I might know of someone. I saw Sirona at the Three Broomsticks speaking to a goblin once. They seemed friendly.
Well, it's worth a try. See what you can find out. Of course, don't forget...
My studies, yes, sir.
Before you go...
Oh, yes, Professor.
Professor?
Have you encountered swirling traces of magic in the world? Aside from those along our path?
Not that I recall. What are they?
Evidence of the Keeper's efforts to manipulate the power of ancient magic during our time. If I am correct, and I usually am, you should be able to use them to inform and enhance your own magic.
Thank you, sir. I will look out for them.
Oh, I really needed that rest. At least the bruises have gone down, that's for definite. Hello, my friend. Can I cuddle you? No. I've got mail. Don't look like it. You're a good owl. Okay, let's...
I should ask Sir...
I've got spectacular news. The broom upgrade's ready. Ha, stop by the shop when you can.
Oh!
I
that's
hope
good.
you will come and see me about a pressing and highly confidential matter at your earliest convenience. I believe that we may be able to help each other.
Isn't that the guy that me and Sebastian bumped into on our way to Hogsmeade? Okay.
Please see me after class once you have completed the tasks I've set for you. I would like to teach you Descendo, useful for pulling objects to the ground.
Okay. Wait, Professor 09? Isn't that... Isn't that Thingy's mother? Or...
Then again, what isn't he irritated
Is Sebastian in here? No. Oh. Oh well.
I'm just saying.
Oh, shiny.
Revelio.
Thank you, ma'am, my friend.
A dash of powdered bat spleen, I think.
Okay, alright. Potions classes, that's what I've got to do first. Professor!
The job is so intimidating.
Hey, Professor, I've done all the
How are
assignments.
your assignments coming along?
I finished them, actually.
I completed your assignments, Professor.
Good. You should be ready to learn Depulso. Let's see what you can do.
Depulso?
Concentrate. Do not let your mind wander.
Okay. Thanks,
You've got
Professor.
it now. If you'd like to practice, and I think you should, perhaps best not to go flinging your classmates about the halls. I suggest having a go at the enchanted books here.
I mean, I wouldn't exactly use it on students. Of course not. Depends on the student. Okay, I need to... Okay, right.
Well done. I'm glad to see that you seem staunchly determined to master your spellcasting.
I'm very determined because I'm very late to spells. Like, very late, Professor. And it's not intentional, believe me.
Still at it, I see. Well, repetition can be an excellent teacher.
Well, yes, it's just... It's kind of fun, okay? Okay, right. I've had enough of that. I'll stop flinging the books around. They're fine anyway. Actually... Professor? You're not up for talking. Okay. Never mind. Damn it, I wanted to see if he had anything else to say. Oh, well. Next class then, I guess. Oh, I've got herbology next. Oh, no. I'm gonna go deaf from a mandrake again, am I? Please, no. Oh, well, may as well. Oh, well. Let's see what happens this time.
Interesting.
I didn't go deaf and I didn't lose a finger. Perfect.
To see you again.
That's a good class. Hi, Professor. I need to speak with you.
I've completed my assignments, Professor.
Pleased to hear it. Professor Weasley will be too. I'll be sure to let her know how well you're coming along.
Thank you, Professor.
Professor Hecat tells me she taught you Levioso, so you should be ready for a more advanced levitation charm. Wingardium Leviosa requires a bit of concentration and a nice, graceful wand movement. Let's see you try your hand at it. When executed correctly, you should be able to pick up boulders as though they were sprigs of sneezewort.
Oh, if that's the case, I know places that I could use that on. Thanks, Professor.
Well done! Feel free to practice Wingardium Leviosa here in the greenhouse. I've set some crates out for you in the next room.
In the next room or in here, because there's one here? Okay. So it's just here.
You're a natural.
Oh, that is... Oh my... I'm sorry, that's gonna be incredibly handy. That's gonna be very handy. Thank you, Professor!
Professor Garlic, a moment of your time?
The plants are resting, so now's as good a time as any.
Mind if I ask you what made you want to teach herbology?
I was wondering, what made you want to teach herbology?
How lovely of you to ask. I've always had an affinity for greenery, so this situation is a bit of a dream come true. After graduation, I was thrilled to be asked to step in for my old herbology professor. He'd had a slight accident, you see.
Oh dear. A shame for him, but it worked out well for you.
Well, he never cared, really cared for the plants, and they could sense it. Oh, you'd be surprised how perceptive a plant can be. At any rate, the trouble began one day when he cut into a wigan tree. Unfortunately for him, its leaves were hiding a bowtruckle. You may recall the marvellous creatures that resemble a twig. The little beast gouged the professor's eyes quite fiercely. Terrifying, I'd imagine. Likely for the professor, too.
And that's when you took over as the herbology professor?
Well, not quite. After 3 weeks at St. Mungo's, my predecessor regained a tiny bit of his eyesight. He insisted on returning to the greenhouse. Within a week, he claims by accident, kicked a Chinese chomping cabbage, so it was back to St. Mungo's for him.
He claims he accidentally kicked a Chinese chomping cabbage. I mean, those things do chomp at everything in possible sight, kind of, but... it's the fact that he claims that it's by accident is almost comical.
Fair bit of bad luck there, I'd say.
Well, I felt awful for him, but I dare say I felt a bit more sympathy for the cabbage. Upon his discharge from the hospital, his indifference to plants had turned to utter disdain. He lost what little patience he had left with a particularly temperamental venomous tentacula and, well, his resulting leave of absence continues to this day.
So he's... I'm going to assume dead. Yes? Well, for the benefit of the plants, I'm glad that it's worked out this way, at least.
I'm glad everything worked out as it did, and that you're the herbology professor now.
Very kind of you to say. I do love these gardens and helping my students grow. Lovely speaking with you. Have a wonderful day. Oh, and remember, be kind to your wigan trees.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I'm more scared of the plants now. It kind of makes me more tempted to use them when I'm having to defend myself, but... I like my spells more. And at least those I can control. I don't want a chomping Chinese cabbage chomping at my heels while I'm trying to cast a pulso. Oh well, I've got, I think, one more class or two. I think it's one. What the? if the armors are temperamental.
Did you get your witchy room from Poppy?
Okay, yep, moving on. Kagawa, I did not just walk into a wall.
How did you get on with those tasks?
Madam Kogawa, I completed the list of tasks you assigned.
Wonderful. I trust you became more familiar with your broom through the process?
I did, actually.
Yes, Professor.
That's good to hear. Keep it up, and perhaps one day you'll have a spot on the Quidditch team. If Black ever permits Quidditch again. Well, with those tasks out of the way, let us get started. Glacius. Pay attention to your wand work.
This was a little bit more complicated, Professor.
Well done. I'd recommend that you practice your new spell here in my office before taking it out into the world.
Can I use it on this dummy?
Glacius, there you go. Catching them quickly.
Oh, that's gonna come in handy.
Complete the tasks I've given you, and then meet me in my classroom to learn Defender, the severing charm. It's typically used to cut an object, but can be a powerful weapon when needed.
I'm sorry, you want to teach me what? Oh, they're just gonna give me more assignments, and that's lots. She's not lucky. Matilda Weasley. Wait, is Professor Weasley's first name Matilda? Ooh. Okay, right. I think that's classes done. Hi.
What are you doing out here?
Challenging you to a game of Summoner's Court. I think it's time you faced a real opponent. Outside of Ronan's little lesson in charms class, Summoner's Court isn't just a game. It's a battle of skill. A test of a witch or wizard's mettle. What say?
Well, I just finished classes, so may as well.
I'm in. Let's do it.
Brilliant! Summoner's Court. The ever-changing game.
Yes, so it seems. What's with the barrels? Oh, you're starting off with that. Okay.
Try to beat that.
We'll see about that. Okay, so those things bounce it off.
Not bad.
Great.
Not bad. Accio.
Oh, I need to tie this. I need to get this to go this way.
All in the wrist.
Oh, the...
Missed the mark a bit on that one. Accio.
Yeah, just a bit. Well, oh. Did you just cheat?
Nothing to it.
You just cheated, didn't you? I saw that ball sort of do a twist. You just cheated. Oh, well, I ain't getting this ball anywhere, am I? Thought I might as well just knock them
Wait,
all
did
off.
I won.
Yeah, you won. If you rub it in my face, you're getting a slap.
We should have bet a few galleons on that round. Care to go again?
Not right now.
Another time, perhaps.
Can't say I blame you. Perhaps come back when you're a bit more prepared to beat someone of my skill.
Resist the temptation. Must resist. I will so slap him next time. Okay, right. I have other places to be. That's not dealing with that. Don't I have these classes as well today? Let's check. I think it's this way. Yes, it is. Let's see how this goes.
Welcome, everyone. I see you've already met some of the many beasts we study in this class. Though be advised, none of these creatures should be taken lightly. They are all in their own way dangerous, especially if one does not know how to handle them properly. Now, it seems many of you are out of practice. Let's take some time to review the basics of how to care for a beast, shall we? Miss Sweeting, would you please assist our new student with the lesson today?
Yes, Professor Howen. Hello, I'm Poppy Sweeting. Don't worry about Professor Howen's speech. She over-exaggerates sometimes. All the beasts in class are perfectly safe.
Oh! Miss Sweeting, pay attention, please. The tongue of a puffskein can be a slippery devil.
Yes, Professor. Here, you can practice on Gerald. Just keep an eye out for his tongue.
Did he just like stick his tongue up your nose?
Just be gentle. Oh, and think pleasant thoughts. I like to think it enriches his experience.
Okay.
That's lovely. I'm sure he feels much better.
I think he loves it, considering the way he's shaking.
Would you mind giving him some beast feed?
Sure, can do. Yeah, little fella.
What do you suppose the pellets taste like to Gerald? Pudding, I like to think. I think we can safely say that Gerald likes you.
That's good news. He seems very nice.
He is. Kindness is one of his best qualities, right after ambition. And cleanliness.
Good work, everyone. Now, let's make our way to the pens and select another beast. And please, do be careful as you feed and groom them. Miss Sweeting, why don't you show our new student to the Neasels in the farthest pen?
This way. The Neasels are over here.
Oh, couple of Neasel whiskers ought to get me a few canuts at least. Enough to buy something from Honeydukes. Stupid thing.
What in Merlin's name are you doing?
Tuss peculiar Poppy. Worried about a worthless little rodent.
Her name is Persephone!
Her name is Persephone!
That's really not funny.
Let's go.
Those two don't belong anywhere near this class. Poachers in training. Persephone was onto them instantly. Thank you for your help. Let's carry on. Feed and brush the Neasels just as you did with Gerald.
Same order as well? Okay.